And hello everybody, welcome back to episode number 78 of the CheckX series. And if you're new here, as I say every day, the CheckX series is pretty much all about me, your host Ivan, talk about everything that Elon discusses on X the day before. And today we're going to talk about what he discussed yesterday on yesterday on Saturday, February 14th, 2026. He boasted about 74 times today, and if you're new to the CheckX series, welcome in, very well welcome in. Hope you stay for a long time, and if you're not, very warm welcome back, and thank you for watching. Obviously, either way, I'd keep this intro relatively short and to get right into the episode. And as we usually do, back to the regular schedule, starting off with Tesla and autonomous transport. To start off the episode, Elon believes that total miles traveled will increase significantly once people no longer have to drive themselves. And also, to address the resulting traffic increase, Elon advocates for a network of multi-level tunnels created by the Boring Company, which she's pretty much been advocating for a very long time. And that's his plan with the Boring Company, is to minimize traffic entirely. But moving on, Elon regarding the Optimus robot, Elon noted that engineering the hands is the most difficult part of the entire build, and I'm assuming because there's many different joints and stuff like that, so pretty expected. And one little thing on energy production here, I guess it's literally a micro segment. Elon predicted that solar power will utterly dominate future electricity production. But anyway, moving on to SpaceX and Starlink to start off this segment. News indicated SpaceX may use dual-class IPO shares to ensure Elon retains total control of the company, similar to structures at Google and Meta. But Elon also expressed that he would want 100% control of Tesla and SpaceX if they were to build a robot army or an autonomous world. But moving on, Elon also discussed the potential for orbital data centers, which we've been talking about for the past, I think, 20 episodes already. Obviously, a very long topic here. Noting that increasing electricity output in space becomes easier over time compared to Earth. But moving on, not last but not least, but Elon stated that Starlink now has over 10 million customers across 160 countries. And also, Elon highlighted that Starlink version 3, or V3, whatever you'd like to call it, satellites will provide a gigabit connectivity and 20 times the capacity of previous versions, which is going to be very exciting to see. But Elon also celebrated the safe launch of Crew 12 to the International Space Station. And last but not least here, Elon emphasized that speed is the ultimate defensive and offensive weapon in aerospace development, referencing SpaceX's ability to quickly recover from facility damage. And moving on, last but not least, Elon reposted information about the recovery and reusability of Falcon 9 boosters, specifically the first landing at landing zone for 40. But moving on to artificial intelligence, talking about XAI and Grok mostly, starting off this segment, Elon defended XAI's lack of a formal safety team, arguing that everyone's job, let me fix you guys there, that everyone's job is safety, and pointing out that Tesla and SpaceX also lack such departments, yet produce safe products. But moving on, Elon confirmed that Grok has a superior voice mode and is enjoyed by children. And also, Elon reposted data showing that visits to Grokopedia increased by 52% in just a month, which is pretty crazy. Very good scaling there, and Grokopedia continues to grow day by day, minute by minute, really, honestly. I mean, the amount of articles that are popping up there every day, I think there's probably 100,000 a day, honestly. Maybe 50 to 100,000, I think. But moving on, Elon also discussed an instance of an AI agent autonomously purchasing API credits using a crypto wallet, which is pretty cool. But Elon also criticized Anthropic's head of safety, Amanda Askell, and others without children, suggesting they lack a stake in the future, calling those who write AI constitutions hypocrites if they have no children. And last but not least, Elon agreed that AI will eventually be able to code directly into binary, removing the need for human-designed programming layers. And moving on to a couple things to talk about here about science, mathematics, and history, real quick. Elon commented on the greatness of Claude Shannon, the inventor of the information theory, the bit. Elon also reposted an article about controlling computers with the mind, neural controlling, pretty much, which is what Neuralink is doing, you could say. Other than like solving and helping paralyzed people and, hopefully helping blind and deaf people in the future, stuff like that. But Elon also encouraged people to think in probabilities, specifically referencing the importance of Bayes' theorem. And last but not least, here, Elon regarding fluid dynamics. Elon noted that computational fluid dynamics has become excellent at predicting reality, except for complex multi-element combustion in rocket engines. And Elon also reposted a history of John Harrison, the carpenter who solved the longitude problem by inventing the marine chronometer. And moving on to education and social critique, a couple things to talk about here. Starting off this segment, Elon used the term idiocracy to describe reports of declining math and reading comprehension among college students. Elon also agreed with a statement describing Marxism as a linguistic exercise used by middle-class losers to blame others for their failings. But moving on, Elon also reposted a critique of American culture, suggesting it is the only culture Americans are discouraged from preserving, which is kind of crazy, honestly, but we need to fix that problem, obviously, too. But, I mean, it's bad. It's getting real bad, But there's just self-hate on white people. It's like, I guess, schools and your parents are just teaching, their kids to, hate being white and stuff like that. I mean, you should be very happy to be white, and that's obviously not in any way meant to be racist. You should be happy whatever race you are, pretty much. I mean, you should be very happy to be white. That's not against, and again, what I'm saying right now is not against any other race, by the way, YouTube, calm down. But moving on. To political and legal disputes, just a couple things to talk about here, and then we'll wrap it up with government efficiency, DOGE, which we haven't got an update on in a decent amount of episodes, so that'll be good to hear. But anyway, starting off talking about political and legal disputes, Elon called for an investigation into Reid Hoffman regarding his past visits to Jeffrey Epstein's properties. But Elon also accused Hoffman of lying about being cleared by the FBI and suggested Hoffman's talk of ice cream for the girls was suspicious code, which is pretty obvious code. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, cream cheese, right, guys? But anyway, last but not least, Elon criticized Steve Bannon, claiming there is something rotten in Bannon's soul, suggesting Bannon's time is almost up. But last but not least, here are just two things to talk about government efficiency, or DOGE. Elon promoted the Department of Government Efficiency, or also known as DOGE, DOGE's team's efforts to open source Medicaid data, making it easier for the public to identify large-scale fraud. But Elon, last but not least here, for the episode, Elon reacted with wow to an example of a sole proprietor billing $76 million over 7 years for a single van? Kinda weird, but ladies and gentlemen, you know what this means. That pretty much wraps up episode number 78 of the CheckX series. If you guys made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you guys for watching. And if I could steal just a little bit of your guys' time, I recommend dropping a like, dropping a comment, and subscribing if you haven't already. And if I could steal just a little bit even more of your time, I recommend going back and watching some of the recent CheckX series episodes if you guys would like, just to get a nice little sequence of events. But if not, then that's okay. And if you're never mind, I don't know where I'm going with that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this episode. If you guys made it all the way to the end, again, appreciate it for watching, and I will see you guys later.